I was really happy to find out from very early on in this episode that Mikasa was actually alive. The unfortunate part of that, however, is that if you watch my previous review for episode 11, I look like a dumbass, because I'm freaking out over something that didn't happen. I thought the episode was good, but there was something that got on my nerves by the end. I've been waiting for Eren to do something with that boulder since 3 episodes ago, and he hasn't done anything. People are dying all over the place, and this guy's busy taking a nap. Like, are you serious? Yeah, he's caught in like some type of genjutsu. There are some instances of character development that I really liked, specifically for Arman and for John, or Gene, whatever you want to call him. Arman, ever since he gave that speech, and he was willing to risk his life to protect Eren and Mikasa, he's become a lot braver. Like, he was like, oh, I mean, he left the wall and went over to see what was up with Eren. And I liked how he applies his smarts, because he memorized the coordinates of where Eren came out of the Titan. Like, he knew exactly where he would be, so that when he, pierced the nape, he wouldn't kill Eren. He would just, scrape or slash his arm a little bit so that he would wake the hell up. It takes Armin's "I want to go see the world" speech to just, help Eren just snap out of the genjutsu. And he's like, why do you want to go see the outside world? And Eren's like, "'Cause I want to be Hokage. Believe it." Every time they bring that thing up about, wanting to go outside of the walls, I can't help to think about Tangled and the Little Mermaid. I want to be where the trees grow green. I don't want to get eaten by a 10-meter rapist. You know who else doesn't want to get eaten by a 10-meter rapist? Gene. And so what happens is his maneuver gear conveniently decides to say fuck you and just not work on him. So he runs into this house, he sees this person that's already dead, and I think he's going to get that gear to use it for himself. There's also this part where he kind of saves Connie, but I think his character development is really visible in the fact that he's not paralyzed by fear anymore. He's actually doing something. And there's this part where he says, "I'm done. I had it with people dying on my account." And I'm kind of getting frustrated too, because I want to see more of Annie. Because she looks really badass, and I mean, she's had her moments, but it's like, yeah, I want you to actually do more of your badassery. You know what I mean? Kind of like Mikasa, because we already know Mikasa's a badass, and I'll get into her in a minute. But I'll get into her in a minute. Lame joke. Anyway, where the hell's Potato Girl? I mean, Sasha has like these moments, like these random ass appearances where it's like, yeah, let's show her here. Let's show her doing something funny or badass. And then sometimes she's cracking a joke, and then other times she's just lusting over a potato. But there's no consistency. Like, where is she? She just suddenly disappears. Ackerman, defend your boyfriend at all costs. And she blushes, and she's like, he's just my family. No, if you're blushing, that probably means you've thought about having a family with him. That was a cute moment. There's also this key observation that Mikasa makes regarding the Titans and how they're coming in. They're coming in towards Eren, so they're kind of attracted to him in a non-sexual way because they don't have genitals, but you know what I mean. So they're kind of attracted to Eren, which I think is key, because prior to Eren getting into the battlefield or whatever, if you want to call this a battlefield, which is not, it's just like a a slaughter pretty much. Remember, the Titans were only attracted to humans and just completely annihilating humans. But now it's like, what's going on with this? Is Eren some type of a lightning rod for the Titans? I think it's important to remember that if the Titans' desire to kill or harm Eren was higher than eating humans, then those humans that are trying to lure the Titans near the wall, I mean, they wouldn't have a job, because the Titans would be like, yeah, we have something else that we need to take care of. See you later. So they would leave. But we saw the Titans trying to, get over the wall, try to get some humans. I really like the idea of Armin using Eren's dream to make him snap out of it. Because, really, like, one of Eren's biggest traumas was that he lost his mother. And his mother was right there, right? I mean, in the genjutsu, according to him. Everything was fine. But he was inside. He was in the house, and then Armin used his dream. And basically, it was a way of saying, I know everything seems fine, but you still have this desire that you had when you were a kid, so you have to follow that, and that's what just makes him realize this is false. This isn't real. How was Eren able to breathe? I mean, we saw his face, and it was mostly covered in tissue. Thanks to Armin, we also know that it's definitely not a coincidence that the Titan's weak spot is the nape, the back of the neck, and that Eren is like, when he transforms, that's where he ends up. There definitely has to be a connection there, in my opinion. I got a message on Facebook. Somebody was telling me that the pacing of the episodes gonna slow down. Like they're gonna be slow, and I'm like, they're already kind of slow. Is that true? I mean, I'm gonna watch them anyway. I just think that, you know, in comparison to the way the series started, and then like the midpoint where like Eren was beating the crap out of those Titans, the past episodes have, you know, sort of slowed down a bit. I can't tell you to tell me your thoughts about the episode because I'm disabling the comments, but rate this review and subscribe if you liked this review and my other videos. Okay? Bye. I forgot to say one last thing. The way they used the music in this episode, like those tracks that we've already heard, phenomenal. Great. I think, yeah, episode 12 is definitely, in terms of using music or music usage, it's the best.